Welcome everyone, I'm Amy Liss. My partner Amber Nesbitt and I created Campus Integrity Group after building and running the Sexual Allegations Unit for the Inspector General's Office for Chicago Public Schools. We didn't understand how we were the only sexual misconduct oversight body in the country, so we decided to bring our expertise nationwide. Today we're focusing on one of the most important elements of school safety, helping students feel safe and comfortable enough to speak up when something isn't right. Reporting is not automatic. It's the result of a school culture that actively builds trust, clarity, and supportive pathways. We'll walk through practical, realistic strategies any school or district can use to encourage student reporting. If you've been keeping up with our blogs and videos, some of this may sound familiar. If so, know that it's only being mentioned again because of its importance. So why does student reporting matter? Early reporting prevents escalation, and a faster response equals reduced harm. Students rarely self-report without a supportive structure in place, so schools must remove barriers and actively create pathways. Most harmful situations come to light because a student or someone around them finally says something, and the earlier schools know, the sooner they can intervene and protect students. But kids rarely disclose immediately, and many don't feel comfortable speaking up unless adults have already laid the groundwork. This isn't about getting more complaints. It's about removing barriers so that students aren't carrying their concerns alone. Students report when they feel safe, seen, and believed. So they are more likely to report when they believe adults will respond respectfully, take them seriously, and protect them. So trust in adults predicts a willingness to disclose. School climate isn't just an abstract concept. It directly predicts whether students disclose. So a respectful, predictable culture will increase reporting. That predictable, stable environment builds the kind of trust required for a student to come forward with something painful or confusing. Also, consistent responses to these reports build credibility over time. We need to train all staff to recognize red flags. Students rarely walk into an office with a clear, linear disclosure. More often, they drop small hints, behavior changes, vague comments, sudden discomfort around certain staff, and every adult in the building should know what grooming looks like and how disclosures are often subtle. When staff recognize early signs, it dramatically increases the school's ability to intervene before harm escalates. So training does reduce missed opportunities to intervene early. Students often don't speak up simply because they don't know how, or they think adults will be annoyed or too busy. When schools normalize help seeking, they send a clear message. It's okay to ask for support. This can be woven into everyday conversations, orientation messaging, videos, advisory lessons, assemblies, and more. The more students hear it, the more they internalize it. So we need to show students what reporting sounds like and how adults will respond. Students won't report misconduct if the pathway is confusing or hidden. Reporting options should be easy to find and prominently displayed on a website, not buried somewhere on page 8 or in some type of student handbook. Schools should offer multiple accessible options: in-person, digital, anonymous, ADA-friendly, multilingual, etc. The goal is to eliminate friction, and when students see reporting information everywhere, it reinforces that the school takes safety seriously. Report isn't just nice to have, it's actually a safety tool. When adults build small, consistent relationships with students, kids feel safer bringing concerns forward. This doesn't mean deep counseling relationships. It means daily interactions that show students that they matter. Encourage relationship building moments. Interact with students in the hallways, check in with students, engage in restorative practices, etc. Without rapport, disclosures often never happen or happen far too late. We have an on-demand training video in our marketplace on building rapport if you want more guidance. So many cases start with a tiny comment that seems insignificant. Staff need to learn to respond supportively to small concerns. If an adult brushes it off or minimizes it, The student may never say more. Staff should learn phrases like, "Can you help me understand what happened?" or "Can you tell me more about that?" This gentle curiosity invites disclosure without pressure. Every concern deserves follow-through and documentation, even if it appears to be vague or unclear. One negative response to a student's disclosure can silence a student for months. Even well-meaning reactions, like showing shock or rushing to ask detailed questions, can overwhelm a child. The goal is to stay calm, supportive, and present. Don't minimize their misconduct report by thinking or saying such things as, "Oh, I'm sure this is nothing." And avoid interrogating. Focus on listening, reassuring, and elevating the concern to the appropriate team. Students often fear losing control or making things worse. Explaining the process gives them clarity and reduces anxiety. Here's what happens next. Here's who I will tell, and here's why. This is information that students deserve to know. When they understand the steps and know they won't be blamed, they are more likely to continue sharing. And transparent communication builds safety, so be clear and honest in your messaging. Parents and caregivers play a huge role in early reporting. When they understand grooming, boundaries, and red flags, they're more equipped to notice changes at home. Schools can offer parent trainings, videos, or simple guides that explain how to respond calmly when their child raises a concern. Educated parents create safer environments and earlier interventions. Some students face higher barriers to reporting. Students with disabilities, LGBTQ+ youth, English learners, and students with cultural or immigration fears. A one-size-fits-all reporting system leaves some students out. Schools must provide varied pathways, language access, and staff who understand cultural nuances. When students feel represented and understood, reporting increases. Reporting must be adapted to meet the needs of every student. Students pay attention to what happens after someone reports. If they see that concerns are ignored or brushed aside, trust disappears. But when they see consistent follow-through, investigations, protective measures, communication, they learn that the school will take concerns seriously. This directly increases future reporting and builds a safer culture. So again, reporting increases when students see that the school acts, and trust rises when students see that adults keep their word. Encouraging reporting is not a one-time training. It's an ongoing practice that requires all adults in the building to participate. When schools prioritize trust, clarity, and accessibility, students feel safer asking for help. We at Campus Integrity Group can support you with training, audits, and custom reporting pathway assessments to strengthen your systems. Thank you for watching and for the work you do every day to support students. If you ever need help strengthening your policies and reporting systems, remember, we're here. And don't forget to visit our Learning Hub for more free videos and check out our weekly blog posts. We also have a live webinar coming up on January 13th about how K-12 schools can investigate and respond to delayed reports of past abuse. You can register for the webinar on our website in our marketplace. And thanks again for your shared commitment to student safety. See you next time.